Hello, my name is Pharaoh Saunders with the Racial Justice Collaborative, and welcome to the Enlightenment Transforming Western Society. Today, we will discuss the changes in human understanding, societal organization, and governmental systems brought about by the scientific revolution and Enlightenment principles. Let's begin with a glimpse into life before these transformative periods. The Middle Ages are a time period most are at least aesthetically familiar with, characterized by a rigid social hierarchy with little mobility, dominated by nobility, kings, and clergy. The institutions of the Catholic Church dominated daily life, controlling societal norms, the dissemination of knowledge, and linguistic access to written works. Poor hygiene among the uneducated masses, limited medical knowledge, and frequent disease outbreak contributed to low life expectancy. The scientific revolution marked a turning point. Pioneers like Copernicus, Galileo, Kepler, and Newton boldly challenged traditional views in ways that earlier clerical scholars were less willing to do. The heliocentric model, the scientific method, these things revolutionized the pursuit of knowledge. Technological advances like the telescope, microscope, and printing press expanded human capabilities, enhancing health, living conditions, and vastly increasing rates of literacy. Enlightenment thinkers emphasized reason and empirical evidence as the main sources of authority. This shift led to more rational and evidence-based approaches to governance, law, and societal organization, moving away from unchallenged dogma and absolute belief in archaic concepts such as the divine right of kings or papal infallibility. The Enlightenment also emphasized individual liberty and natural rights, paving the way for modern concepts of human rights and common belief in democratic governance. Philosophers like John Locke and later works advocated for inherent human rights, influencing social reform movements, including the abolitionist cause. The Enlightenment promoted the separation of church and state, fostering religious tolerance and reducing the church's influence over political matters. Voltaire, a key advocate of secularism, used satire to critique religious institutions and less rational philosophies such as Leibnizian optimism, spreading secular ideas and rationalism in their place. Enlightenment thinkers believed in human progress and the potential for societal improvement through scientific and technological advancements. This optimism inspired utopian literature, envisioning ideal societies based on reason, equality, and progress. Enlightenment ideas influenced political thought, advocating for constitutional government, separation of powers, and legal equality. Montesquieu's theory of separation of powers formed the basis for modern democratic systems, promoting a system of checks and balances. France was a hub of vibrant intellectual culture in the West, with figures like Voltaire and Rousseau critiquing religious dogma and absolute monarchy. In England, empirical and utilitarian philosophy thrived, championed by John Locke. German thinkers such as Christian Wolff and Immanuel Kant focused on rationalism and idealism, while Scotland's Adam Smith laid foundations for modern fields of economics with his treatise, The Wealth of Nations, which was the ideological foundation of capitalism. Enlightenment ideas influenced the American colonies through intellectual exchange, shaping key figures like Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Jefferson. These principles emphasized individual rights and democratic governance, influencing the American political system. Jefferson's personal library, rich in Enlightenment texts, laid the foundations for the Library of Congress. The Enlightenment spurred political revolutions, such as the American and French revolutions, leading to republics grounded in democratic principles. Its ideals inspired societal reform movements like the abolition of slavery and advocacy for women's rights, echoing the Enlightenment's emphasis on progress and human rights. These effects would be felt much further east, with examples of Tsarina, Catherine the Great of Russia, who was a fan of many Enlightenment philosophers, She would go on to bring many, but not all, Enlightenment ideas to Russia. Monarchs like Catherine the Great of Russia, Frederick the Great of Prussia, and Gustav III of Sweden were known as enlightened despots, as they ruled with absolute authority, but intentionally brought aspects of the Enlightenment, such as education and improved public health, to their subjects. The scientific revolution and the Enlightenment brought profound changes in human understanding, societal organization, and the prominence of democratic systems. These periods shaped the very foundations of modern society, and the values of emphasizing reason, individual rights, and progress are the same values that we hold today in the modern Western world. As we continue to evolve, the Enlightenment's legacy reminds us of the power of knowledge and the potential for positive change. My name is Pharaoh Saunders with the Racial Justice Collaborative, and thank you for watching.